Hey, what up, everybody? This is Dregs 1. Welcome to another episode of the History of the Bay podcast, the best podcast in the entire universe. But we represent the Bay Area, man. Shout out to all the sponsors, Bamiba Music, Dying Breed, STEM Social, all my folks. Behind the lens, we got King Said. Behind the boards, we got DEO. And today, we got another special guest. We keep going all angles of this Bay Area business, man, from the old generation to the newer generation, man. And this young man has been doing his thing, tearing it up, putting up numbers, making quality music, getting international attention, spitting that real Oakland street shit that you love to hear, man. Formerly known as Offset Jim. I'm talking about the one and only 22nd Jim in the building.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, bro. Appreciate you pulling up on us, man.
Definitely.
I fuck with your music. You got a cool energy about you, so I'm like, man, let's make this happen.
For sure. Long overdue.
That's right. So, yeah, you've been tearing it up for a few years now. So, when did you drop? 2017?
Yep, 20. Damn, when did I drop No Pressure, bro? It probably was like 2018. That's when I dropped my first tape.
Okay.
2017, that's when I appeared on Black shit.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to ALLBLACK as well. Was it like an instant, like, threw it up and it popped off, or was it more of an uphill climb?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I was blessed by the grace of God. Like, I threw that shit out there and they, gravitated towards it. And, I was thankful for that.
So you was off to the races.
Yeah. And then, it helped because Black was already, he was already pushing, so he really just pushed me in. And once I got in, it was just everybody, gravitated towards me naturally.
Yeah, it seemed like y'all kind of created a movement off each other.
Yeah, for sure.
From the same hood, too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Know each other a long time.
We went to elementary school. We from the same neighborhood. He from 22nd and Foothill. I'm from 22nd 19th.
Yes, sir. The Murdered Doves, man.
Definitely.
East Oakland. We're going to get into all that. After about 7 years or so, does it feel like you've been doing this for a minute?
Yeah, it do. And I'm just thankful that, people still fuck with me.
Yeah.
And, 7 years, that's a little minute. It's easy. It should be here today, going tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I just be thankful that, I'm still relevant in this shit.
Yeah, you could come and go.
Yeah.
7 years. You can come and go in 1 year.
Exactly. It's a lot of people coming out, so it's like, for my name to still get mentioned and everybody still fucking with me, especially when I'm not as consistent as I should be, it's like, I'm always thankful for that.
Yeah, what do you think? Nowadays, there's some people, they drop a song every week.
Yeah.
They drop albums every month.
Yeah.
They feed the algorithm, as they say. Do you think that's the way to do it, or just go at your own pace?
I mean, it's really I would say go at your own pace for real, because it's like what work for them might not work for you. Say if I was to put out songs every fucking week, they might get tired of it. But what I do kind of work for me a little bit. Like, people always be waiting for my shit. It's always an anticipation, but I do want to do more. I am going to do more because I want more.
Are you still hungry?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hungry like the first day I came in.
Come on, man.
I'm never content with nothing.
Yeah. Let's get these billions.
For sure. I'm always I'm always an entrepreneur. I'm a hustler first.
That's right.
I look at this shit like a hustle.
It is, bro. It's a serious hustle, man.
Definitely.
But you know what you're doing. You're having success.
Yeah.
Putting out quality songs.
Yeah.
All right. Just want to check the temperature, man. You got the spotlight right now, so this is going to be an interesting conversation.
No, yeah. I'm ready for it.
Like we do, let's take it back all the way to the beginning. Born and raised in Oakland?
Born and raised. I never lived nowhere else.
Okay. The Doves.
Yep. 22nd and 19th.
Notorious neighborhood.
Notorious.
If you're from the Bay, especially, you know.
You know.
Yeah. Shout out to all my folks in East Oakland, man. East Oakland in general is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's definitely, I'm from Frisco, but I gotta give it to the town. It's the soul of the Bay.
For sure.
In terms of the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of shit come from Oakland.
Yeah. I lived out in Funktown for a few years.
So we right across the street.
Yeah.
That is, we right there.
Yeah.
That shit literally throw a rock, you in Funktown.
Yep. And I liked it over there though. It was cool. It was
It's hella diverse.
Diverse. You got some of my Cambodians out there, you know.
I grew up with all of them.
Yeah.
That's how I'm hip to a lot of shit.
Right. So, how would you, if someone's never been to that part of Oakland, how would you describe what it was like for you?
It's cool. It's like any other hood in America, you know. Back then when I was growing up, like, it was like rules though. Like if you was a kid, you really couldn't be certain little places. They not gonna let you kick it like that. So it was still like a little bit of structure, you could say. It was just, you know, how would I, you know, it's just a real diverse hood. You got Mexicans, you got Asians, you got blacks, all in one gumbo pot together, running around, thriving together.
But when you stepped outside, it was already like you knew you were coming into something that was already established.
Yeah, definitely, because it was already like, you know, everybody who was outside, they already know us. They already seen us coming up. They giving us dollars as we kids. So it's like, you know, I had a good childhood over there though.
Did you have a lot of family in the area too?
Yeah. A lot of my family was there. My auntie stayed right directly upstairs from me. So her and her family was right. We stayed in the same apartment building like all my life.
Okay.
Until I got older and we moved. But
okay.
We always in the same, like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was like not even just that though, because my cousins was all on the same block too. Everybody on the block, you know, after a while, y'all become family because y'all been there so long. So, shit, I was there when Tupac died. 96, I was there then. Like, I ain't never lived in no other hood.
That's what's up. Deep-rooted. Yeah, when I was younger, like, Oakland, I think in the early 2000s, everywhere was a little more turned up.
Yeah.
I think Oakland especially, even the murder does, especially, kind of had a pretty rough reputation.
Yeah, it was, you know, but it was like, when I was young, I was seeing shit, hearing shit, but I wasn't in that life yet. So it was like, it didn't apply to me. Like,
yeah.
You would hear shit that was going on, but it's like, shit, we kids, that don't even matter to us. And, you know, the niggas that was outside, they wasn't pushing out on us to be outside. They, like, take your ass in the house.
Yeah.
So it was like that.
Yeah.
They let us be kids.
That's what's up. That's important. Check it out, everybody. The second annual History of the Bay Day is going down October 19th at the Midway in San Francisco, and early bird tickets are on sale right now. If you were at last year's event, you know how special it was. You know the vibes. This year is going to be even bigger. We're going to have legendary performances, a live podcast, women in hip-hop panel, History of Bay Area dance cypher, graffiti gallery curated by Dying Breed, a museum exhibit, exclusive vendors, food, and much more. We're going to have an epic lineup this year. We're going to be announcing the first artist soon, but right now you can get tickets at a discounted rate on the early bird special, so make sure you hit up the link at the description of this episode, and I'll see y'all October 19th at the Midway SF for History of the Bay Day Part 2. Yeah, I was telling you before we started, there's a really good article that was written about you by your high school friend.
Yeah.
Remind me his name again?
Logan Murdoch.
Shout out to Logan Murdoch.
That's my boy.
So he talked about the two of you going to school together at Berkeley High.
Yep.
That's a pretty famous high school, actually.
Definitely.
Very diverse.
Hella diverse. I was blessed enough to go there.
So they were it was taking you from Oakland School District and busing you into...
It's a long story. I got DHP from Oakland School in 6th grade. So they sent me I went to school in San Leandro.
Oh, you got booted out?
Yeah.
Okay.
In 6th grade.
In 6th grade?
Yeah.
What was you doing in 6th grade to get booted?
Bro, I was fucking up so bad back then. It just seemed like, I don't know, that was like my first year in middle school. And it just seemed like, damn, bro, I'm never gonna get out of here. Like, I don't know, it was just so hard. 6th grade was like the hardest year for me. I don't know why.
So what changed? Because you just mentioned you were like kind of sheltered from stuff going on and then...
Because it's like 6th grade, like, now you in there with older kids that's from around the neighborhood, and they like, you know, now it's like, the school I went to, the middle school I went to in my hood, it's like because it's the top and the bottom of my hood. That's where the top and the bottom meet at that school. So everybody's there.
Is that, what school is that? Is that Roosevelt?
It's Roosevelt.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to all my folks at Roosevelt, man. I was actually up there doing something with the kids a couple years ago.
Yeah, I swear, I went there. I was there for a year.
Uh-huh.
They got me out of there, though.
Okay.
But, I was fucking up, so. But
so just influence.
Yeah, it was just too much. It was just, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
Because I went from being in 5th grade elementary at Garfield to, we was just kids, to now Roosevelt, everybody want to be grown. So it was just a huge difference. I don't know what made it so different. The girls was faster. The niggas was more like trying to be,
Yeah.
like who they see on the streets. And it was different. I wasn't ready for it.
Got you. So you say you bounced around San Leandro.
Yeah, they sent me to San Leandro, and I went to another school. I got kicked out of there. And I was like, fuck, bro. I go to another school after that, so I stayed there. I graduated from there. I did good. Then I went to 2 high schools. Then I went to juvenile hall. I was there for a minute. And from there, that's when I got out. I went to Berkeley and did my thing.
Mm-hmm. So by the time you got to Berkeley, were you starting to like turn things around a little bit?
Yeah, I was trying to.
Just enough to get straight to do shit.
It was easy because B High was so cool. It was like, you gotta really be fucking up to like, it's so big of a school. And it was just cool. Like once I got there, it was like player. I wasn't tripping.
Yeah.
It was cool. I got to go to school. It was, I was doing my little hustling thing on the side, so I was going to school getting money. I was cool.
Uh-huh.
I ain't had no reason to miss school.
Yeah.
All the money was at school.
Okay. That's right. Yeah, that article is really well written. Basically saying you were like this guy's damn near his protector in a way, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Because it's like, at that school you got 2 different kids from 2 different lives. And, he living a whole totally different life from me when we both leave school. But when we in the same class, we both just kids. And, he used to be times where he ain't have it, and I had it. And he used to be, fucked up about it. Oh, don't trip, I got you. I mean, I'm a people person, so I ain't tripping if you ain't gotta be tough as fuck to hang around me. So, that was my boy. And I'm glad that I befriended him.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's when people ask me what's so special about the Bay Area, I gotta say the diversity.
Yeah.
And us that's from here, we get along with anybody.
Yeah.
Really don't matter where you come from. It's like you said, I think if you could be yourself, then that's all you need. And
me, I'm one of them people, you could really put me in any kind of crowd and I'll make my way. And that was just one of them times.
Yeah, same here. So you managed to get through high school without too much more trouble.
Yeah, once I got to be high, I was cool.
Yeah.
It was everything I needed there.
Yeah. I think some the article though mentioned like you got it's like a shooting or something like that.
Yeah, I got shot in like 2015. I got shot 9 times on the freeway.
Damn.
And by the grace of God, I pulled through.
On the freeway?
Yeah, I was on A80.
Were you driving?
I was in the passenger seat.
Woo.
Yeah, it's a cold story.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know, one of them days.
Situations.
Yeah, one of them days, But they say you feel it when something's gonna happen. That day I felt it. I felt something was off. I just, went against my first mind. And that's just from that day forward, I just never went against my first mind again.
Man.
Your first mind really be God talking to you. You feel me? They say you can't hear God, but God is your first mind for real, for real. That's how I took it. So, it was just a situation where, it happened.
These things happen.
Yeah, when you out there doing all kind of shit and you living by it, sometimes shit happen. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't. But I was blessed enough to make it.
Man, it's crazy you said it your first mind because it made me think we had Prezi on here.
Yeah.
He said the same thing, that the day he caught his murder charge, he wasn't listening to his first mind.
Yeah,
Some told him to leave the gun at home and something like that. He said some type of case he caught. I don't know if it was the murder, but he used that term though.
Yeah, that's very true. Kids, if you're watching this, never go against your first mind in any situation.
Yeah.
Because you got to think how many times you've been through shit and you're like, damn, I wish I'd have won my first mind.
Yeah.
That was just one of them times where I wish I would have, but it happened. And I'm blessed I'm still here.
I done had a lot of bad nights where I was like, should I go to the party or should I go home?
Man.
And I wish I would have gone home,
Exactly.
you know? Did surviving that, was that a wake-up call to you in a way?
Yeah, it really, like, it rebirthed me. Like, the old me died that day.
That's powerful.
Yeah, like, who I was when that happened, I wasn't him no more. When I woke up and came out of it, I wasn't that same person.
You realize there's really something to lose.
Like, this shit serious. Like, you know, you could get hurt out here. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we see it from all type of people, but, you know, sometimes when you're young, you don't learn from other people. Like, you see it, but you don't necessarily learn from it.
Yeah.
Sometimes shit got to happen to you. And, you know, I was running wild and doing all kind of shit, so that was my karma, I guess, at that time. But, you know, I learned from it.
That's what's up. I mean, yeah, you see what happens when I've seen people go through those situations and not learn from it.
Yeah.
And that does not end well.
Yeah, nah, it don't. Because you ain't gonna get too many chances at this shit.
No, you probably won't get more than one, honestly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I got hit 9 times, my face. I got a bullet in my chest, my back, my shoulder. You know, I got hit all over, you know. But I'm still here.
Yeah, it's a blessing to go through that.
For sure.
And you were a parent pretty early too, as well.
Yeah.
Was this when you already had your
Just
child?
when I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
I had my first one when I was in high school, so, you know, I had to, you know, I kind of had to grow up fast. I was 17, 18 when I had him.
Yeah.
Just running wild.
Yeah, you was running around. But that's someone else. When you have someone, a family or someone else that depends on you, realize it's not just about you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Make you take shit more serious. Like,
definitely.
Especially when you go in a situation where you could lose your life. It's like, man, I can't afford to go out right now.
Yeah, I think that's what really brought me back. Because I was out of there. You know, in the paper, when they wrote the article about me, they said that I was, you feel me? They said it was over for me. But when I thought about him when it was going on, it kind of shook me back.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the whole thing. I was woke for everything.
Wow. Like the whole incident,
Everything. I was
hospital.
Everything.
Wow.
Everything.
Wow. So it was a new beginning for Jim on that day.
Definitely.
And was music part of that?
I wasn't even doing music at the time.
Okay.
Like, music wasn't even a thing.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't a thought or nothing. Like, you know, Black was still, like, in the studio working and shit, but that didn't have nothing to do with me at that time. And then, like, kind of when I was, like, bouncing back a little bit, he caught me, like, come through, whatever. You know, I came, and that's how we got No Shame. But when it happened, music wasn't a part of my life.
Interesting. But you were, like, into rapping.
Yeah, like, playing. Like, you know, just playing with my partners and shit, just fucking around. But, like, on a serious note, nah. Like, I had rap when I was, like, 14, and it, like, went up. Like, it was on everybody's sidekicks and shit back then, but it wasn't, like, something that I was, like, doing.
What was your early influence for hip-hop?
On some bass shit or just period?
Just a little bit of both.
Hot Boys.
Hot Boys, Cash Money.
Cash Money,
hell yeah.
Show, Big Timers.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, you niggas be hating on it, but Ja Rule. I like that nigga had hits.
Yeah,
then we
certified hits.
We thought he was from the hood. You know, he was screaming murder, so we like, oh, fuck this nigga from the hood. We didn't know. We just kids. Fucking, you know, Bessie Marv, Delinquents, fucking, all that shit, fucking Seagram. Like, I'm really a town kid. Like, you know, my mom used to pull up to High Street gas station and get burnt CDs and shit. I know about Seagram when I was a little-ass kid in the back seat listening to that shit, so I could pull up some shit that like, damn, you know that song? Like,
yeah, hell yeah. Sleeping with my Nikes on.
Man, listen, bro. I got some shit. This music shit been a part of my life forever.
Yeah, man. Oakland's got such a rich music history.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times when I get cats from the town on this podcast, I ask them what was they into. It's mostly Oakland music.
For sure, because it's so much. Richie Rich, fucking all these niggas. Like, it's so much. It's like, and this is what you hearing in the cars that's going past the Cougars, the Stains, you know. I'm seeing all this as a kid, 6 years old, 7 years old. So it's like, my mama was like, you feel me?
She was outside too.
Yeah, so she was showing me shit. She used to take me to side shows back then. She done took me to a couple. Like, it ain't like how it is now, though. Like, all this dumb shit. It was more on some, like, floss and shit, it was different. I got to see that.
Yeah.
A lot of little kids didn't get to see that.
No.
I really got to see that, though.
I think that's why our music is so popular, because it takes people who, like, we might grow up with that shit. You can reach out and touch it.
Yeah.
But for people that's never been to Oakland, never been to Frisco, never been to Vallejo, they can hear the music and go somewhere different. But it's like a real grassroots culture, man.
Yeah, it's different.
I was gonna ask too, is there anyone from the Dubs before y'all that was
turned up at rapping?
Yeah.
I mean, you got some like shit back in the day, like Under Surveillance. That was like when I was a little kid. You got fucking Beat Weeda.
Oh, right. Shout out to Beat Weeda.
Like him. You got niggas like that. But like on a major level, like, no.
Yeah.
Like as far as like the hood goes, like who kicked down the door? Me and Black.
Yeah.
I say that with my chest out.
There you go.
Ain't nobody from my neighborhood ever took it to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean that in the humblest way.
I like that, bro. Well, this is the place to say it, man. Let it be known. History of the Bay, man.
It's the truth.
Okay. So you're just kind of playing with it just on your downtime, but All Black is taking it serious.
Yeah, he was on the underdog. Like nobody really knew. That's just something he was just working on until like, I think when he dropped like No Shame, the first No Shame, it's like, damn, this nigga rapping. Oh, he's serious. Then he was working on No Shame 2. And then that's when he called me like, oh, come through. I came. Like, I just was coming to listen though, because I always love music. I always love to listen to it. So I really was just coming to listen to him. Then he like, nah, get on this. But I ain't like the beat at the time. I'm like, this shit's so weak. Probably took me like 2 hours to do the shit. And I did it. And then it just kicked off.
That song in particular went up for y'all.
Yeah, we ain't had no video shot to it or nothing. I was in San Jose with my partners. It probably was like 2, 3 in the morning. We was at a Denny's. And it was like a bunch of Mexicans up there, and they was staring at me. I'm like, what the fuck? What they looking at? So now they walking up. So I'm like, man. But they like, hey, you Jim?
Like, you upset Jim, fool?
Yeah, it was like that. And I'm
just
like,
see you on Thizzler, bro.
And I'm like, what the fuck? It's like no Thizzler, no none of that shit. I probably got 6,000 followers on Instagram. Like, it was like...
Just organic.
I didn't have nothing. Like, it was no picture of me on that shit, nothing. It was nothing shot to that shit. So when they said, I'm like, what the fuck, yeah. Like, oh, this is him, hey. Then they surrounded me, and they start playing a song. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, me and all my partners was just like, what the fuck? And from that day, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this shit.
There you go.
And I went and did it, and it just happened.
How'd you get the name? Because at first it was Offset, Jim.
Yeah, it was just like, I wasn't supposed to rap. So that was just like an Instagram handle that I had got, because we, at that time, you know, the Migos was fresh out. So we was like, oh, that's all we was listening to. They had that tape, Young Rich Niggas. And that's how we looked at ourselves. Like, oh, you know, we young niggas around here, we having money, having it our way. So I'm like, fuck it. What can I make my name? Like, fuck it, Offset Jim. And I just made it that. But I wasn't supposed to rap. I was never supposed to, like, it just happened. And then, you know, it just stuck like that. It's just as simple as that. It was no, like, it was an Instagram handle.
And he changed it out of respect to the...
Yeah, because I started getting, like, bigger. I never expected to, you know what I'm saying? I was just, when I first dropped my first song by myself, I'm like, as long as I get 10,000 views, I'm cool. I did that so many times on that song, I'm like, damn. And it just stuck. And that's just what it was. But, you know, as I got bigger, it was just, like, always coming up. I'm like, man, I'm tired of hearing this shit. I'm gonna change my shit. 22nd Jim. But I was like, damn, I should have been came with that. Like, that should have been my name from the jump.
Has it been difficult to rebrand, or people pretty...
I mean, people still call me Offset Jim.
Yeah.
I still answer to it, though. Like, I ain't gonna be like, that ain't my name. Like, nah, I still be like, yep. I don't be tripping. It's all the same nigga. Same person.
So All Black kind of went on, he went on a run for a while after that No Shame mixtape.
Yeah.
That's kind of what really got him on the radar. And you pretty much on all his projects after that.
Yeah.
What do you think it was that was Because I mean, I'm always curious with some of the people from the newer generation and the current generation. The game has changed so much. I came from buying CDs out the store.
Yeah.
I remember when the internet was still fresh. I remember when Instagram and YouTube was still fresh.
Yeah.
And what do you think it is that's been working for y'all to push your careers?
I think with Black, it was just different. His whole swag was different. It was some shit nobody had ever seen. Like, you know, niggas coming out with nose rings and shit, but niggas like, hell no, like, they weren't really
It's a very distinct look.
Very. But the thing that set him apart, he was really spitting, though. Like, he was really talking some shit, picking some good-ass beats, and really going crazy on them, to where nobody had a style like that. Everybody was trying to copy it, but they couldn't do it like him. And me, I just was, I was playing the background, and I just pick up whatever, whatever slack he feel like he was doing, I made up for that. Like, he had his lane with that shit, and I had my lane. Because I already had the streets. They was already with me before the music, so it was just, everybody was vouching.
So you think just kind of being known and being popular in your section also helped you?
That definitely helped.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to convince nobody.
There you go.
Everybody already was like, yep,
yeah,
that nigga ain't lying.
Uh-huh.
So, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, that's one thing I think, if I could say this respectfully, you might not be the most lyrical rapper in terms of punchlines. And
I'm not.
Style flows. And
I'm not.
But you spit that shit. Like, the stuff you talk about is very descriptive.
Yeah.
And
I'm not. Like, I ain't one of them niggas you gonna catch in a cypher. Like, none of that shit. Like, I'm not doing that. I already know that's not, like, I just pick good beats and I just talk my shit. And they just, they fuck with it.
Yeah.
So that's just my thing. I ain't really trying to come with the bars and that's not me.
Yeah.
I would like to do that kind of shit, but it just wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
I just, I just do it work for me with that shit.
Yeah. Well, shit, it's working.
Thankfully.
And then, so your first solo project, remind me the title again?
No Pressure.
No Pressure. That's the one with, it's like the photo.
It was yellow. That was my first one. And that bitch went crazy. I had I think, 1 million streams on that tape in the first couple days, 48 hours or some crazy shit. They fucked with it.
It's pretty good, bro.
They fucked with it.
Yeah.
They fucked with it.
It's pretty good. Those are numbers that people on major labels are struggling to get sometimes.
Yeah. That's what really kicked it open for me. And they was like, damn, is he gonna be able to come? Cause I ain't gonna act like I'm the rawest nigga. But they like, damn, I don't think he gonna come with another one like that. But I did.
And by then you signed to Empire?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I had it so good. Still to this day, you gotta think Black was the hottest thing ever. So I was coming under him. He was vouching for me on top of the street. So it was we taking him anyway. Just come on. All you gotta do is be halfway good. Fuck it, come on.
No, I mean, there's still some when you get an alley-oop, you still gotta.
Hell yeah, you still gotta shot. Still gotta go crazy. Yeah. I played the background for a long time, but when it was my turn to get in the game, I did exactly what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah, and then so you've gotten nationwide, international attention. The OVO camp reached out they were reposting your lyrics.
They did more than that.
Yeah.
They did a bunch.
What was dude's name again?
Oliver North. Oliver North, he the co-founder of OVO. And I'm like, how the fuck you know what I'm saying? Fuck you know about me? And he's just like, man, I found you through, you feel me? He told me how he found me. And we just been rocking ever since.
Yeah, he did a photo shoot for them.
Yep. They flew me out to LA. This one I was staying in New York. They flew me out to LA. And I did a photo shoot out there. It was fire. I was very appreciative.
So do you think Kendrick or Drake won the battle?
That's crazy right there, but you, I mean, shit, we all know. It ain't even, he know, shit. He know what happened. Shit, the whole world know what happened with that. Like, the proof was in the pudding.
Shout out to Drake. He's been a supporter. He supports the Bay. Shout out to OVO. You know, unmistakable imprint in music, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was woof.
It was crazy.
Shout out to Kendrick Lamar as well, man.
But you know, Drake was poking at him. He dropped a bunch of shit, and when Kendrick came, he came.
He came with some thunder.
But I think that's what he wanted out of him, though. Because he was doing a bunch of shit, talking some crazy shit. So, of course, like, if a nigga talking like that, you gotta come.
Yeah.
You know, Drake little shit was cool, too. But when Kendrick came with that one, you ain't hear nothing else.
Yeah, it's pretty undeniable.
It's like you don't hear nothing else. You got the whole world saying that shit.
Yeah, I know you're hearing that at Giants games.
Man, that shit is everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, was it a response? No. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
There wasn't nothing else to talk about.
Right. Well, I'm glad you kept it real. You could play that real political, like, oh man, you know.
Man, I'm gonna keep this shit G. Anybody know me, they know I'm gonna keep it all the way gangster.
A few other people that have like showed interest in your music are like athletes.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
How'd you link with Klay Thompson?
Klay got hip to my shit, I think, through Logan and through my other boy Kiwi that be playing ball. And shit, I didn't even know he was hip like that until, kid you not, probably like 12 o'clock at night, he pulled up. We out there like 15 deep. Like, what the fuck? Mind you, it's a game going on. So, you know what I'm saying? He was injured at the time. So we out, it's pitch black at nighttime. He pull up. He already hanging out the car, damn near. He in the passenger seat. And he was like, chill. What the fuck? I'm like, pause, because it's like, you know, this a nigga you always see on TV or like at a game. You don't see him like how me and you is. Like, I ain't seen him like,
no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I seen him, I kind of was like, what the fuck? I was pausing. My partner's like, nigga, that's Klay Thompson. Shit, what the fuck you doing over here? This time of night. What you got going on? And he tell his partner, like, I told you they be out here. Like, I hear him saying this as we walking up to the car. Like, I told you this the hood. I told you they be out here. But the driver was like, he was shook. I would have been too, because it's like, right, in this foreign-ass area. Like, you don't know nobody over here for real.
Right.
But, you know, everybody got love for Klay, so, like, I don't see nothing never happening to him coming outside. Or Steph, like.
No, of course not. In
got,
Oakland, hell no.
Everybody got love for them.
Yeah,
like. So he was good.
Yeah.
It was cool, though. It was cool.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, like, an all-star basketball player from your city just pulls up on you, just on the strength of being a fan of your music.
I think he was just cruising. He just happened to see me. He was like, what the fuck? Well, you know, he ain't pull up. Like, I called him.
Yeah.
Like, he just was riding and seen me and was like, chill, man, stopped.
That's hella dope.
Fluke shit.
Yeah. What about, like, rappers outside of the Bay? Have you been getting recognition, like, from different people that kind of surprised you? Or?
Yeah. Like, Detroit, I get a lot of love in Detroit from a lot of people in Detroit.
Yeah, you collaborate with a few people from Detroit, too.
I fuck with Detroit, but I've been fuck with them before I was rapping, though. Like, I knew Peasy in, like, 2013 or something.
Before you was rapping.
Like, I was still, like, a little nigga.
Okay.
Like, I knew him, like, a long time ago. But I get a lot of love out there.
What do you think that is, man, that Bay Area, Detroit connection? Cause
we the same.
Okay.
Like, we the same. Like, we, like, really like the same. Like, them, they just like us. Like, they literally just like us. Like, everybody I know from out there, they, like, remind me of a Bay nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And they say the same shit about us. They just got they just a little bit country, a little bit, but they just like us, though.
That Midwest.
Yeah, they just like us.
What about, like, musically? Like, because the last 10 years, Detroit's been, like, blowing up.
Yeah.
And there's actually a lot of Bay Area artists that have been accused of taking that sound and running with it.
Yeah, you know, the Bay get a lot of slack from that kind of shit. But they don't, because you got to think, if we would have got the spotlight before them, they would have said that they was stealing our shit. But they got it before us, so, you know, the world kind of late to us. So they like, oh, them niggas stealing they shit. But, you know, Detroit know what's up. They know that we all, like, you know.
Yeah,
They don't feel like that.
I think it works both ways because a lot of the older cats in Detroit was bumping E40,
Yeah, they was.
RBL
like,
Posse,
they
and
was. Like, all them
Spice
niggas.
One,
all
Too
them
Short.
Niggas, daddies and shit, like, they listen to, like, older Bay niggas. So it's like, it's just some history that the world don't know about. It's just some D to the Bay shit we know.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to look into that more.
Shit, it's like that with a lot of shit though. Like, you gotta think, LA done took our shit plenty of times.
Absolutely.
And ran with it, and they rather hear, you know what I'm saying? They rather hear Bay shit coming from LA motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
But then when we do it, they look at us goofy. But like, for LA nigga do it, it's cool though. Like, they get a major look from that shit. But if we do it, it's like, we don't want to hear that shit from y'all niggas.
Yeah.
We'd rather hear from them.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They put us in a box out here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, do you think for someone on your level of success, right, there's a few names from each city. Do you feel like where you're at, you hit a peak in the Bay in terms of like, this is as far as you can grow, and
I mean,
or do you feel like there's more room to expand?
I mean, shit, it's like, what more is it to do out here? Like, we ain't got no nightlife. We ain't got too much of nothing out here. Like, what more is it to do? If you done did Rolling Loud, if you done did Outside Lands, if you done sold out shows from city to city around this bitch, what more is it for you to do?
You did Outside Lands?
Yeah.
I know you did Rolling Loud.
Yeah. Me and Black did Outside Lands.
Killing shit. Killing it.
And then when I left Outside Lands, I got off stage from Outside Lands, and we was hosting a basketball game, San Francisco versus Oakland. It was like the biggest basketball game that year. And I lost like 10, 15K.
Mm-hmm.
Same day.
You say you lost 10, 15? Oh,
yeah, we lost to the city that year.
Man.
It was in a point, right?
Yep, it was in a point. We had a big-ass game.
Never bet against San Francisco, man. That's a lesson.
Man, them niggas had some nigga that was so old, looked like Jesus out there playing. He went crazy, though. Whoever that is, I should have did something to him after that game. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, so, and you've done a lot of shows, too.
Hell yeah. Like, I went on tour with P-Lo. Me and Black went on the tour by ourselves. From here all the way up to fucking Seattle. It was cool. Like, we did good. I'm blessed enough to still be able to, you know, get some money off that.
That's the move. That is the circuit, right? That little Bay Area circuit from...
We went from Seattle to L.A.
Yeah.
P-Lo took me on the tour like twice. Then me and Black went on one. So you feel like you've pretty much done everything there is I did damn near everything it is to do here. Like, out here, they know they can't get me to do nothing for free.
No,
like,
of course not.
I'm like, I don't know. It's probably still more room to grow, but we all know what it is out here.
Yeah.
It's a whole world out there.
So what's your next move? Where do you see yourself taking it? How do you see yourself getting to the next stage?
I just really just want to perfect my craft and cater to my fans and like keep growing my own fan base, my loyal fans, and like, you know, just keep growing my shit. Like, for example, like how Larry pushing. Mm-hmm. Like, I see myself in a lane of my own like that. Just pushing and catering to my core fan base.
And you got a song with him too?
Definitely.
Yeah. Flip the Messy Morph.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Yep. Say love.
Mm-hmm. So that's the kind of direction you see.
Yeah, just pushing in my own lane with my people, my team, like, you know.
Yeah. Just
building on that, coming with merch, coming with, you know, other business ventures outside of music. Because, you know, music, once it's over, it's over. I don't feel like it's over, but, you know, I want to have shit lined up for when it is over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I want to make the money work itself. All the money I make from this, I want to put it to other shit.
So you want to stay independent, too?
Yeah, for the most part, it would have to really make sense for me to, like, you know how the majors be.
Have you had offers?
Yeah. Hell yeah. We flew to New York, went to Atlantic, went to Alamo, went to fucking Def Jam, went to hella shit, but you know how that be.
Didn't make sense.
Nah, I mean, then they really looking out for me, so it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So yeah, for like you get that keeping the ownership.
Yeah, and, I take pride in that because when they put a nigga songs and music and movies like they have done, I get paid from that. I get to keep a lot of my shit, so that's like major to me because it's like that's what it pays the bills.
Man, that is really interesting, bro. I've interviewed a few people on this podcast that are like younger but got the game to be like, I don't need that.
Nah.
I don't need that major deal. But when I talk to people who are older, a lot of times they took that deal.
Yeah, because you got to think back then that was the main goal. Like, I got to get a deal. It wasn't too much. Like, niggas wasn't on that. Everybody was like, I got to get a deal.
Yeah.
So, not knowing, like, you take the bread, but they ain't telling you got to pay this shit back and all that come with all kind of extra shit that you could have made. You know what I'm saying? You could have made more independent.
Right.
Instead of taking that whole $1 million, you could have made 100.
Yeah.
You feel me? Instead of just taking that whole $1 million, now you got to pay that back with interest.
So you're taking the business serious too as well.
Yeah, because I was already hustling before this shit is just a hustle. I was already hustling before I got into this shit. So I went into this shit treating it like a hustle.
So you're paying attention. You're doing your research.
Yeah.
You're having the conversations.
Learning from other people's mistakes.
Yeah.
So it's like, I done made mistakes too.
Yeah.
I learned from mine and I learned from others. So I'm going to be all right.
That's some good game right there, ladies and gentlemen. Good game alert. Good game alert. Pilo is another person you mentioned him. He's been a big part of your journey.
Hell yeah, I'm supposed to meet him after this.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Tell him I said what's up.
I got you.
Yeah.
Pilo really played a big part in behind the scenes of like a lot of shit that I had going on.
Yeah, he just took a interest in the music y'all was making.
Yeah, he was like one of the first people, him and Calais.
Yeah, shout out to Calais too.
Their whole camp, all of them, David Ali, all of them, their whole camp was the first like people to really reach out and fuck with us. Besides like Neff and them, like that was like the first ones to fuck with us. So it's just always been organic. Like I really fuck with them on a personal level. So it always been cool.
Yeah, I noticed also you don't have very many features.
Nah. Like I don't be not if it makes sense. Like, if I like it, I'll do it. I turn down money every day for that kind of shit.
So you don't get features on your album and you turn down other people's requests to jump on shit?
If I get people on my shit, it's like, like probably some of the bros, somebody I'm already fucking with on that type of level. I probably reached out and got some industry shit like once, but it's whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of better to have that connection with someone, right?
I learned from that, too, because it's like you might reach out to an industry nigga, might get something, but it might not be genuine.
Yeah.
So, they might not push it how you want them to versus you building with people from, that you already fucking with that's doing their thing too. But they push it how you gonna push it, so.
Yeah.
Cool.
That goes a long way too, right? Because it's whack to like collaborate with somebody and then they don't really take an interest beyond.
Yeah, nah, you ain't trying to be no verse lick.
Yeah.
You just pay a nigga and they just do it. They just look at you like, oh, I'm finna just get this money right quick.
Which can be cool if you know what to do with it, right?
It got to be marketed right.
Yeah, if you know how to market it and you're like...
right, it could be, and it got to not only be marketed right, it got to be one of the ones.
Yeah. But you want to collaborate with someone who feels good about what they're putting down.
It got to be like a mutual thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they fuck with my shit, I fuck with their shit, so it's like, it's love.
So if someone say, hey, Jim, I got $3,200 right now. All I got is 32.
Yeah.
But the raps is not the best, the beat's not the best. You would pass on it.
I done passed on so much shit, bro. But if it's like somebody that's really trying, like I done also looked out for people too.
I like that.
So you feel me? If it's somebody that's really trying, they trying, like, you feel me, they serious about what they trying to do, I look out. Sometimes it'd be like sometimes I didn't even take the money. It's just like, for me, I see somebody trying to come up.
Yeah.
I just, feel me, that shit ain't nothing for me to go in there and do a quick 8, 12 or whatever. Like, I don't even write this shit. So it don't be nothing. If I see somebody else on the grind to help.
That's what's up.
All they got, if it's decent, like, I'll do it. But if it's just, like, if it ain't that, I ain't gonna.
Yeah. That's what's up, bro. What about any Bay Area OGs that you would pull off the shelf and collaborate with?
Mess.
Mess, yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Real Mess.
Shout out to my boy Messy Marv, man.
That's for sure. That's like my number one. If he was here, Jack.
Yeah.
Like them like my main two. Niggas like that. Them the ones who I really like, you know. I love to work with Mess. I still think he raw. Even I was telling somebody, even when Mess was high,
yeah,
he was raw.
I agree.
They couldn't fuck with him when he was high.
I agree.
So when he's sober, you know, they really can't fuck with Mess. Like,
yeah.
Mess was high making claps.
I think I told him about that flip that you and Larry did.
Yeah.
Last time I talked to him, but I haven't talked to him, man. Last time I heard from Mess, he's just trying to live his life. And it's not really.
I mean, I feel you.
Focused on music.
He was they just buried my nigga for a long time.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's just trying to. That might take a toll on you sometimes.
Definitely.
Especially all the shit that he was going through. So, you know, it's only right that he take time for himself.
Definitely.
Whenever he ready, I'm sure he'll pop out.
Yeah, I could see y'all getting one in someday.
Mess, if you watching.
Come on, bro.
It's good.
Well, that's what's up, man. Shit, man, that's like a crazy journey in such a short period of time, from getting shot up to just randomly jumping on a mixtape to man traveling and getting worldwide exposure.
Yeah.
What's next, bro? What anything that we should be looking forward to?
Working on a tape right now. Vacuum seals and money counters. It's turn. I'm gonna play some shit after this.
Okay.
It's turn. Okay. It's just, you know, same gym but on different type of beats. I previewed some shit on my gram. They went crazy for that shit. Like, so you know, it's coming. I got some new shit coming. So
you thinking of switching up the formula a little bit?
And not even too much. Like, it's still me.
Okay.
It's just like a couple of different little beats, like the beats that I ain't trying to keep it too, like, you know, I kind of want to like step out of the Bay beats just a little bit.
Yeah.
Still keep it true. Like, I'm gonna play. You gonna hear that shit.
I'm looking forward to checking it out. Yeah. Well, cool, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Most definitely.
Met you at Cool John and Pilo's little listening party.
Mm-hmm.
Got a good vibe, man. You seem like a cool brother, so I'm glad we made this happen.
No, for sure.
Wishing you continued success. As I always say, if you ever need this platform support, we right here. And I'm sure we'll run this back. Maybe one day we'll get you and Black together.
Yeah, that probably could happen.
Yeah, that'll be tight. But until next time, bro, thank you.
No, for sure.
And we're going to keep it rocking, man. 22nd Gym, y'all. Murder Dubs. Oakland to Frisco, the whole history of the Bay Area. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to the sponsors. And shout out to you, the listener. And make sure you get your tickets, man. History of the Bay Day, October 19th. It's going down at the Midway San Francisco. I might need you to pull up on me, man.
I got to pull through there.
Okay, man. History of the Bay, man. We out of here, y'all. 22nd Gym. Peace.
Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay. Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay.